All right, guys. Confessional. First off, excited to be in the game. Great first night. Our tribe was pretty cool that moments after the tribe announcements and reveal on Facebook, moments later we were already into a tribe chat, which never fell below 8 in the 2 hours between the announcement and the final and the first challenge, from 9 to 11. So that was pretty cool. I think people got a chance to know each other. There were so many different ideas flying around about who was going, what the challenge was going to be. And, we need to do introductions. We need to hear background in case it's this challenge. We could do like a newlywed game. And then, it was, if you had to vote somebody off first, what's your thoughts, and the thoughts were last man in, first man out. And that was made easier when Montana didn't even show up. But I thought it was a very great first 2 hours for us as a group, because it was a lot of people getting to know each other. And then afterwards, with the immunity challenge coming up right afterwards, it's also pretty cool because immediately we had already scheduled pairs. And so, but immediately once we realized what it was, we realized it was most important to knock out what we could with who we could. And since we were on call, we could find out who was best at each aspect. So that was pretty cool. Then we worked back together. We had a list that was randomized, and then we went ahead and worked our list out. And then I think it was cool that we stayed up. Derek was insisting on staying up late that night and getting it knocked out. So I don't think Derek and I even started the challenge till about 12:30, right around there. And I got a chance to knock that out. And I think after, 8 o'clock the next morning, we had almost the entire challenge done. So I like the way we jumped on that. We attacked it, but I thought it was pretty cool. From there on, I think the biggest scare of the night of the first few days maybe was Blake and I think it was Blake maybe. Those guys arguing with Kyle. Those people trying to figure out when to do the last part of the challenge. We had one more phase that we hadn't done, and those guys had been working on it and finally figured it out. So when to do it. But so in the end, it worked out okay, but it was a little bit scary. You don't want somebody arguing and fussing. Very first challenge for sure. There's a lot of excitement last night. Once they came out, we saw that we had won, and not only have we won, but we won a tough challenge, and it did take everybody, all 10. So, and it's probably the difference when 10 of us participated, 9 of them I think participated. So, I haven't had enough time to really, I don't think you ever really know who you trust or where you're at in the game until you lose a tribal council. When everybody actually does start to scramble a bit, you find out who's talking to you. But I think early on the target is probably Kyle. If anything happens, he seemed to upset some people yesterday during the little fuss. But I'm the old man, kind of an odd man out from what these guys really do, and it kind of shows more maybe in a Skype game than it would in a Facebook game, because I'm obviously on camera more and that type of thing. But we're active, and that's positive, and we're excited. As far as who I would trust early on, I don't know. Ame is the only female, and she talks to me a lot. Derek just seems to be a nice country guy, kind of on my level. But I think, most of the tribe has reached out individually to me from time to time, so it makes you feel like you're kind of a part of things. I'm so excited about to start. Excited about the next one. Hopefully we can keep a little bit of winning streak going and see what happens. It's nothing like a Skype game to kind of keep you on your toes. So keep up the good work. You guys are doing awesome, and hopefully we'll repay you by being active and making it a fun time for you guys to host.